What's it like to be in your first big league camp here and the emotions you've kind of
Yeah.
experienced over the past few days?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's extremely exciting more than anything. I'm just so happy and blessed for this opportunity to be able to get in there in the clubhouse and see how the big leaguers work, how they go about their business, and just really soak everything up as much as I can. Because they're in the spot that I want to be, and if I can learn from them as much as possible, that's the thing I'm looking for here.
Were you surprised when you got the call that you'd be coming here?
I didn't even really think about it, and then they called me, and it was such a nonchalant, "Hey, you're going to big league camp," and I was just like, "Wow!" Like it's things you dream of. Well, things that you don't even think about that come with it, like you think about getting drafted, getting the show, but it all starts with spring training. So getting that call to saying, "Yo, you're going to be in the big league clubhouse, and you're going to be with the bigger guys," and I'm just so happy to get this opportunity, really.
Do you remember what you were doing? We asked Cole about it. He was playing Fortnite with his boys.
Oh my gosh.
So he was like, "Yeah, I remember." But do you remember what you were doing when you got the call?
Yeah, I think I had just finished eating dinner. It was later in the night, and I got a call from Thule, and it was just, I was just sitting on the couch. I think I was watching a movie with my girlfriend, and it was just like, "Hey, you're going to big league camp." I was like, "Wow, it's amazing."
Like the hallway's not very far, but it's a different world when you get in that clubhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
Compared to like you walk down the hall and you're in that clubhouse. It's like,
Yeah. The best I can describe it is that it's the same but different. Things are different, but at the end of the day, it's still clubhouse, and you're still going out there, you're still training, we're still doing the same thing everybody else is doing, just different clubhouse.
Are there any guys in there that you're really just kind of eager and excited to get to talk to a little bit more extensively?
Yeah, really everybody that's in camp. I'm just excited to build new relationships with the guys, and excited just to talk to them and say what's up, get to know them. Really, that's really it.
Well, how frustrating was last year? It seemed like you get a month's worth of traction, get dinged, and then something would happen. Like, how frustrating was that, where you couldn't get the amount of consistent time that you wanted on the field?
I could say it's frustrating, this and that, but as far as I know, God's got a plan for everybody, and the script's already written for us. So it's easier said than done, but you just kind of got to live it out. The script's already written. So last year, I could have sulked about getting hurt, could have sulked about not getting the opportunity to keep playing because I broke my foot in a weird way, but I didn't take it like that. I took that as, all right, I'm going to take this 2 months in rehab, and I'm going to get better, and I'm going to come back better than I was, because there's nothing worse than you getting hurt and then you come back and you're just not the same. It wasn't going to be like that for me.
That's part of kind of the growth process in baseball, is understanding how to get back or how to maintain maintenance to your body. Have you started to understand that, given that you had to do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I was excited to be in big league spring training, is just to see how those guys go about with their bodies, and how they take care of it, what the training room is like for them, what the weight room is like for them. And for me, that's going to be the biggest thing for me, is just still trying to grow and become more, I guess, knowledgeable about what works for me, and it only takes experience.
One of the first times we talked to you last spring, I think you went 0 for 3, but you worked deep counts, and it was just like a productive day for you from a process standpoint. And at the time, just being like 18, 19 years old, it seemed like the acumen was just really there. Where did that come from, and how did you kind of develop that, pitch by pitch, at bat by at bat process?
It all started when I was younger. Like my dad taught me, you swing at good pitches, you don't chase. And I think subconsciously, I did that my whole life. And then when I got to the Mariners, their whole thing is dominate the zone, so swing at your damage zone pitches. And if you do that, it's going to show. And the other part of that is like Andy McKay talks about it. It's preparation leads to confidence. So when you get here, you prepare for the game, and that's all you can do. When you step in the box, you know that you've done everything to prepare to that point, so you just got to trust what you've done.
Because the process is key to anything.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Do you like when they do the challenge stuff, where they make it difficult? You know, they crank up the velo, or they'll do the two machines, like all that stuff to make it more difficult than even games. Do you like that? I mean, you help you prepare.
Yeah, I mean, if you practice something that's harder than a game, the game's going to be easy. So that's where the preparation is. You train on something harder than a game. I mean, I got this, confidence.
What were your biggest goals this offseason? Was it just physical strength stuff, or were there any mechanical or things that you were working on specifically?
No, really just refine the fundamentals, try to perfect them as much as possible, but really just try to get as fast as I can, as explosive as I can, as powerful, as strong as I can, really, and just come into the season healthy and keep that going along the whole season. Just stay consistent with it.
You've been in the org now like a year and a half at this
Mm-hmm.
point. What have you really learned about being a professional?
Yeah, that it's a huge commitment and it takes a lot of sacrifice. And I think for me at least, like, it's easy to sacrifice when the goal is to become a big leaguer and become a World Series champion and become just what you've dreamed of. So it's really a no-brainer for me, but it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work and a lot of self-discipline.
You've worked with him before, but I know you got here early and you've been spending a long time with Perry.
Mhm.
You've learned all the little things he has to say. I mean, is he on you about, anything? I mean, I see you guys got the wall out there and everything
Mhm.
else. Like, how different are you defensively?
Yeah, coming in this, so I got the call like, hey, you're gonna be working with Bone with a few other guys, and I was just ecstatic because like he's an awesome infield coach, and like I know his track record is great, and I was just excited to get with him and just learn and try to refine everything. And we only spent a week with him, but I got so much better at infield just doing that, and it's been extremely amazing to get that opportunity.
What do you think you needed to clean up? I mean, or how did you think you improved in that way?
Just making everything smoother, right? Like I could already field a ground ball, but like there's a lot more that goes into it than just, I guess, fielding it. It's just cleaning up the extra steps, not crossing the feet, replacing, like a lot of things that you don't think of when you think of fielding, but it plays a big role into getting out, like where you're throwing it. Are you trying to hit him in the chest every single time, and really like self-coaching yourself, because there's so many people around, and I realize like you got to be your own best coach, whether it's hitting, fielding, because there's not going to be somebody on you every second, every play, every ground ball. So really, if in my head, if I can, like you say, like we have the 6 Fs and really refine those and just go through that, and I think that's going to make me the best infielder possible.
Has it become second nature? Like you'll do something and say, "Oh, I didn't do this right," or "This felt different," or like you'll have a represent. I did everything perfectly the way I wanted to. Do you have that feeling now, like muscle memory?
Yeah. I mean, if I do one, I'll feel all right. I need to throw it up at this chest more instead of, I don't know, in the front of the bag, in the back of the bag, especially double play. Throw it at the back of the bag, above the belt. You just read it, stuff like that. Read how the ball's coming off your hands. So the ball's coming out of your hands like this, and it's sinking. Oh, I wasn't in my legs. I didn't have my elbow up. I didn't follow my throw. There's a lot of things that go into it, but I'm able to tell.
Sounds like you're ready to coach it. You can get out there.
No, I just try to listen the best I can.
Seems like there's a lot of excitement about the kind of young wave of hitters. A lot of you guys have been teammates now at these levels.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys talk about that? Some of the guys that you've been teammates with in Modesto and Everett, and who are those guys that you're kind of closest with so far since you've been in there?
Yeah. I've had the opportunity to play with a lot of the top prospects in the younger side, and it's been really great. I mean, we got such a good group coming up through, and I'm just excited to keep coming up through with them. But yeah, I mean, as far as the younger guys that I'm closest with, everybody's we're all buddies. Like we're all super good dudes, really, at the end of the day. And I think that's why it shows, like, the Arkansas won the championship last year, Modesto Nuts back to back. Like, it's not. I don't think it's a mystery why. I mean, I think chemistry plays a lot in winning, and I think that's what you see.
Seems like you guys are all super athletic, pure type hitters. The type of skill set that just really resonates and plays off each other. Does it feel that way for you guys as well?
Yeah. I mean, it's everything kind of just combines, and especially with the chemistry, and that's why you see our teams going out there and winning and having a good time doing it too.
I think that's a new t-shirt slogan.
What?
Super good guys.
That's hilarious.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Colt.